Hi everyone. I've already lost count at how many times I've tried to record this. It's been quite the challenge. You would not believe the day that I just had. This morning I tried recording a video for today and to show you what I've been up to, but for some reason I was getting so much echo in my audio that it was actually it was horrible to hear. It was really hard to hear anything, and for some reason I kept trying to figure it out and I just couldn't come up with an actual solution. So I ended up having to uninstall OBS get the newest update, re-download it, set up my video capture card again, and watch a whole bunch of different videos to tell me what to do. Then ended up fixing the audio part, which was really great. Now I know how to separate the background music from my own voice, so that was awesome. But then came another issue. It was super pixelated, and now I've got the audio going, but I don't have the video looking as nice as it should. So I ended up having to figure out what was happening with that. I had to just basically do all of those essentially. Well, this video is a little bit different from the video that I published last in that I'll have a little bit more voiceovers on this one, just so that I could salvage what I actually recorded earlier in the day. So I ended up with 40 minutes of recording but no usable audio because of the echo. And so now I'm gonna have to do my storytelling all again. I guess before that, I can tell you what happened. So I did some playing off screen, and by off screen I mean like I wasn't fully intentionally recording it, just going through any outbreak areas and whatnot, and I came across an outbreak of Golbats. You can actually see it on my screen already, but I came across this green bean. He's our third shiny, so following the likes of Ponyta and Pikachu, and so I'm very proud of him because, like I said, not very good in terms of my luck with finding shinies. So finding him was really fun. He was actually flying over the trees and it was pretty bizarre to see, but I got him nonetheless, so that was pretty cool. The next one that I got is, remember cute little Gumi? She is now asleep. There she is. She's still very cute. Look at her in a cute little shell. Other than that, cute Turtwig, if you remember, also evolved into cute Grottle. So I ended up evolving Turtwig because I perfected Turtwig's research level. So I was really happy with that. So that meant that it was time for him to evolve. That makes it the third one that we've perfected so far. My idea for today was actually to stop procrastinating and continue with the main storyline. So this morning, I tried actually getting started to finishing the main storyline. Made it to the Noble Electrode. I didn't get to fight him yet, but as I told you, it was included in that initial recording that I did with no usable audio. So I might just have to show you bits and pieces of what I actually did. So I guess I'll start off my misadventures by talking about the Hippowdon outbreak that I just went to. I saw that there was this little bit of a ledge, and so I decided to perch myself there, feeling very clever, big brain energy, trying to capture them from afar, when this Hippowdon decided to menacingly levitate towards me. I had to hightail out of there. It was totally scary. I even went back to battle it, and I couldn't because there wasn't even enough room for both of us in that little ledge area. So in the end, I had to hightail out of there. Then the next part was me trying to collect the wisps around Coronet Highlands when I saw a very interesting part off to the side of the mountain, which I haven't been yet. And I thought, oh, that looks like a really cool area down there in the ravine, until I started hurtling down the side of Coronet Highlands. How did I survive that fall? Beats me. But anyway, I got to meet someone and they taught me how to make dumplings. So, plus, I guess. The next thing I did was capture this Alpha Probopass who was just inhaling an orange berry. Get it? Inhaling. Because, well, never mind. Moving on. The next part that I did was the actual clips of me exploring Coronet Highlands. This was with the bad audio. And it started off with a Gibble hitting me, then running away. Following that, I also then saw an Alpha Gabite, and I caught that as well. And then I fell down Coronet Highlands a second time, only to be seen by an Alpha Gliscor at the very bottom, who was also surrounded by Glygars, so I basically got tag teamed by a bunch of flying scorpions. But that's okay, I caught Gliscor in the end. Following that, I then continued on and saw a sleeping Chingling, so I caught that. Then I caught a Ravenous Rhyperia, and that was also an Alpha. Then on my way to a space-time distortion, there was also this twirling Voltorb, which I haven't gotten yet, so I had to go get it. When I was finally at the space-time distortion, true to its name was a rampaging Rampardos, which I stunned and then caught. Then following that, there was a Jolteon, which I don't have yet, so finally got one. I then saw a Rotom, but I messed up and I accidentally made it faint. Sorry, Rotom. Catch you next time. Then I went and caught a couple of Mischievous, and then I encountered an Alpha Mismagus, which was quite ominous in the way that it spotted and then floated towards me. That was pretty scary, but that's okay. I caught that Pokemon as well. And then I actually finally did decide to continue on with the main storyline and battle Melly, which I did win. He was a bit salty at the end after losing to me, but that's okay, because Adaman came by and he gave us crunchy salt for Melly. I mean for Noble Electrode. So we made bombs and that was it. And then I watched it back and heard that my audio was very echoey. That's it, the end. This video is a little bit messy. We're not really going anywhere at the moment, but hopefully in the next one, I can actually get to Battle Electrode, Noble Electrode. So that's at least that request completed, which means I can open up and try out some new hairstyles for our character here. So let's see what we have. Let's go for a style change. Thank you for watching this video, for spending time with me. If you have any constructive feedback, I'll be very happy to hear about them. And I'll see you next time. Bye!